Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I have another happy mail video for you. So I have some lovely packages that arrived to me a few days ago from Daily Art, which is a company that makes art and craft products like paints, different kind of mediums, stencils, all sorts. They actually got in touch with me a few months ago and they kindly offered to send me some of their products. And of course, I got very excited because if you have watched some of my earlier videos, you would have already seen that I absolutely loved their two-step Crackle. I used to use their bitumen a lot until I ran out. I used their metallic pigments. I absolutely love their paints, and I was actually thinking about reaching out to them myself, and they reached out to me first, so I was really happy, and I am really happy to see what's inside of these boxes. I had a little sneaky peek. They do have labels on them just kind of saying briefly what it is, but I haven't opened them, and of course I have these two things, which of course I already know what they are, but we're still gonna have a look at them. They didn't tell me what they was gonna send me. They just kind of asked me if there was anything else specifically that I wanted to kind of try out or anything like that, which I said, send me some bitumen because I love that stuff and I've been thinking about purchasing it anyways, so there you go. So the first thing is water-based bitumen imitation. This is basically an aging medium. I don't actually see it used very often across kind of the English-speaking decoupage community, but I do know that Russian-speaking community definitely uses this kind of stuff, and not imitation but actual bitumen, like a whole lot to age things. There's different varieties of bitumen out there on the market, waxes, more liquidy ones, different brands and so on, but whenever I try and find actual bitumen, not imitation, I can't seem to find anything like that. The closest thing that I was able to find is this. Not sure if in general bitumen is one of the like more toxic type of products, because any information that I was able to find was related to like asphalt and road laying, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but either way, this is definitely absolutely safe to use. It is water-based. There are instructions on it. Water-based bitumen imitation to create antique look, evidence cracks on any surface, perfect for antiquing gilded surfaces. I haven't actually tried this stuff on Crackle before, so I'm very interested to see how that's going to turn out. Next, they sent me this lovely 8 mandala stencil set, and it shows you on this trim kind of what designs there are inside. Here they are. So I'm just going to open it and have a look. Okay, so here are the designs. This one is interesting. Oh, I do really like that. This is just like a floral one. Mandalas are very handy to have around. I mean, they are perfect to decorate any kind of round surface, a clock, a round tray, anything like that, round placemats as well. So absolutely beautiful designs. So now I'm gonna get into the boxes. So this is the first box that I got, so I'm just gonna open it up. So as you can see, it says Crackling Lacquer Bundle L, whatever that means. Let's see what's inside. Oh, this is looking very interesting. Right, okay, let's have a look. What do we have in here? Ah, metallic pigment. Oh, this is copper. Oh, such a shame. I already have a copper one. Such a shame. I literally have this same one in the copper color. I guess you can never have too much. Oh yes, I'm very excited about this. Right, okay, so here I have two-step crackles. So this one is small crackling lacquer and large crackling lacquer. So this small crackling lacquer is the one that I used for my tutorial that I did back in like January, I believe, and I'll show you. I actually have it right here. This is the heart that I did for that tutorial, and I used the last bits of my small crackling lacquer, and I really wanted to repurchase this, but I wasn't able to find it anywhere in UK, so I'm very excited that I now have both the large and the small ones. They also sent me some gloss varnish, so I'm very interested to see how that's going to work. Okay, and the last thing that I have in this box is Pearl Mica Pigments, 24 colors. Let's open it up. Okay, so it does say on here 24 colors for coloring soap, nail varnish, polymer clay, candles, bath bombs and epoxy resin. I don't do any of these things, apart from, I think, if it says polymer clay, I imagine you could probably mix it into air drying clay as well. I don't see a reason why not. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that a try sometime, and I will have to try and use them to fill in the cracks in the two-step crackle. Right, so let's open it up. Oh, okay, they come in like in these little baggies. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to store them. Right, okay, so that is going all over my hands straight away. I mean, it is beautiful. Pearl pigments, right, silver, yellow. We have some lovely colors here. Look at this pigmentation, it's beautiful. Gold, rose red, bright pearl. All right, so I think the flakes are a little bit bigger in this one. Okay, well, there's some very lovely colors. I'm really interested to see how I can incorporate them into what I do. My hands are a bit sparkly now, and I am all mic'd up, so I'm not about to go and wash them. So you'll just have to deal with some extra sparkle for the rest of the video. Guys, if you have any suggestions for how I could store them, please let me know in the comments below. My immediate thoughts go to, I don't know, some kind of tiny little baby food jars or something like that, like little jam jars that you get in hotels or restaurants, something like that. But yeah, guys, let me know if you have any storage tips for those. I need suggestions because they need to be packed away into something that can be sealed tightly so that I don't get my hands all glittery every time I use them. Okay, now box number 2, and this one says acrylic paint, drying time extender and gel medium. So let's open it up and see what we have inside. I am super excited for this one because I absolutely adore their paints. They are amazing, as you might have already seen me use them. These are not the same paints that I thought about, that I used to buy. I usually buy these ones, which I believe is like their more chalkier one. I do believe that on their website they have different versions of acrylic paint. So they have sent me the one in little tubes rather than in little pots like this, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit bummed out because I do prefer these kind of pots for any kind of acrylic paints. They are a lot easier to use, but they do have squeezy tops, so there's not going to be as much waste, so I'm just going to have to squeeze them out whenever I use them. Squeezy tops are much better than the screw-on tops of like little birdie craft paint, where you just kind of have to shake it to get it out, because obviously then you can regulate how much paint you get out a lot easier, a lot better. But I do prefer these kind of wider top part, so that if I'm not mixing paints, I can just dip my brush directly into there and only use exactly the amount that I'm gonna need for the project. It's just a lot easier to use them. So with regards to the amount of different colors that I got here, it's absolutely wow, I am very impressed. So there's 18, I believe, here, and so there's all sorts of blues, purples, yellows, greens. Do we have some browns? We have a brown, we have burnt umber, very universal. They have a black, titanium white, some orange, Mars red, emerald green. So I like the selection. I really like the selection of colors. So there's a lot of like classic colors that you can actually use for mixing to pretty much get any shade of paint that you might ever need. So things like yellow ochre, burnt sienna, burnt umber. It would be nice if they had a raw umber in here as well, but I don't think they do. I mean, it's fine. You can make a color close to raw umber just by adding a little bit of black to cool the paint down a little bit. There's a lot of shade as is. The fact that they have added like the classic shades just makes it even more universal to be able to create whatever you need. And then the last three things that we have here is drying time extender, which is something that I am very excited to try out, because as you guys know, I do mix my own shades all the time, and the problem that I have is the fact that I always mix too much of my paint. Well, it's not really a problem. It's just me trying to mix up enough paint so that I don't run out and then have to mix more paint and then not be able to get it that exact shade. So drying time extender is something that is going to come in handy. I've been thinking about purchasing one of them anyway, so I'm really excited to try it out. What does it say on here? It says water-based medium, the extended drying and blending time of water-based acrylic paint. So essentially it's just medium inside that you mix in together with the paint that you're using, and it makes it dry longer, allowing you more time to work with it. Then this one here is gel medium from the mixed media section. So again, I'm excited to try it out. This is going to be really good to use with stencils and if you wanted to add any other kind of texture to your project. And the last thing that we have here is this big tub of white acrylic paint, which honest to God, it could have not come at a better time. I have been pretty much out of white paint for like a few weeks now, so I've been using this clotted cream colored paint and just trying to get by with it. This is gonna come in so handy right now. You have no idea. As you guys know, in decoupage, white paint is kind of your basic staple. Every decoupager needs to have it in their craft room. It's so universal, it's so important. We use it as a primer, we use it as a paint, we use it to mix other paints. White paint has got to be one of the most used ones in a decoupage. So yeah, I'm just really excited to try it out. Okay, so there you guys go. So this is everything that Daily Art sent to me. I am super excited to play around with all of these paints, the crackling mediums, the Crackle mediums, the gel medium, the pearl pigments. It's something that I'm very intrigued and slightly intimidated by, just because it's something that I've never used before and it's loose glitter, so I'm just a little bit frightened. And yeah, so I am super excited. I'm going to leave links for everywhere where you can find these guys online, so their shop. I do believe they have an Amazon shop now, but I'm not sure if they are currently running the Amazon shop due to the whole, you know, the situation that the world is in. I'm going to try and get in touch with them and see kind of where the best place is for you guys to find their products. I know that they definitely ship all across Europe. I will double check if they do worldwide shipping or not, and I will put that in the description below for you as well. That is it. Just wanted to remind you guys that again, If you have any suggestions for how I can store these guys, let me know. I need suggestions urgently. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.